In 2012, some very kind people rescued Pixie from Bladen County Animal Control, which is a high-kill shelter. She was just a tiny blind kitten at the time and came to us right away. From the very beginning, Pixie made friends with everyone she met, and she continues to share her love and friendship with all of us. We're very grateful for the kind individuals who rescued sweet Pixie all those years ago. Without their heartfelt decision, Pixie may have never had her chance at such a happy and fulfilling life. Thank you all for continuing to show Pixie so much love and for supporting her throughout the years.
I first met Pixie when I first started working at BCR. The first day that I was placed in room 3, which is the room that Pixie was in at the time, I really got to bond with her quite a bit that first day. I found out that she is the #1 lap sitter here at BCR, and I just thought she was so cute and so precious. She immediately came up to me even during grooming time and really wanted to be brushed out and loved on. And I just thought she was one of the most unique cats that I've ever met, just because she is glued to your lap at all times. I've always felt bonded with Pixie since I first started working here, but it has since re-emerged and it has gotten a lot stronger over the course of the last month. I have seen Pixie demonstrate qualities in a cat that I never thought I would ever see. She is truly in tune with the thoughts and the feelings of not only other cats, but other humans as well. She will go up to a cat that is not having a great day. Maybe they're not feeling too well, maybe their stomach's bothering them. Pixie is the first one to go lay by their side. She will make biscuits on them, and she has also been known to do it with humans as well. So our bond has gotten even stronger over the course of this last month for those reasons. I am super proud of Pixie for the way that she has handled the merge. For those that don't know what the merge is, recently the room 3 kitties got moved into room 4, and then also the cats that were originally in room 5 were merged with them. So they have gotten new roommates over the course of the last month or so, and I have been really proud and impressed with how Pixie has handled the entire situation. She has really just started to take to the other cats. I've noticed her laying close to LT on occasion, and they're new little besties. She's just been such a good sport about all of it and has welcomed them with open arms, just as she did myself when I first came to BCR as well. I also absolutely adore her sweet little nose. Pixie's nose is the cutest thing in the whole wide world. I love her little white mittens as well. She's got the cutest little white paws. I feel that more people should know that Pixie is literally your best friend. You may not have ever met Pixie before, but she is your best friend. The instant that you walk into this room, Pixie is going to love you with all of her heart, and she will not forget you, and she will treat you the same way every single time that you re-enter our doors here at BCR. She is truly one of a kind.
It was my first day here at BCR. I was in room 3, which is the room that she used to be in, and she just came right up to me right away, her and Candy. And I remember I got to spend some time grooming her. She just sat on my lap, and I already had Richie in my lap, and she just popped down right on top of him and made herself comfortable. I think a lot of times if I was having a rough morning and saw that I was going to be cleaning the room that she was in, I knew that it would be a good day because she'll just come right up to you and sit on your lap or give you a hug or get on your shoulders. Definitely seeing her be able to cuddle with the other cats in the room who aren't as social, I think is really cool and special about her. She has had some roommates who have passed away. She always made sure that they were comforted and that the rest of the cats in her room were comforted after they passed. I love everything about her. She has the cutest little face. It kind of, some people said it kind of looks like a bulldog face because her nose is kind of scrunched up, and it's the cutest thing. And I also love her purr. As soon as she gets in your lap, she just starts purring. It's not loud, but you can feel her whole body vibrating, and it's so sweet. One of the coolest things I think about Pixie that stands out to me a lot is I have never seen her hiss or get angry ever. She is always just ready to give you love and get some head scratches. And she's honestly probably one of the sweetest cats I've ever met. She had a situation a few months ago where she was having some trouble moving around, and she got put in the lobby for a little bit while we were trying to figure out what was going on. And even though she was having a hard time walking, it did not affect her mood at all. If she heard your voice or heard someone come in the room, she would try to make a beeline for you as usual, which was significantly harder for her at the time, but she never loses her spirit.
My name is Catherine, and this is Seth, and we live in Maryland. We discovered BCR when we adopted a blind cat. We didn't know anything about blind cats, and so Seth Googled blind cats, and Blind Cat Rescue came up. That's how we discovered it. We don't live in North Carolina, but we were visiting, so we decided to stop by, and here we are years later. We just love it. So that's how we found it.
Yeah. When we got in touch with Alana, she told us blind cats are cats. There's nothing different about them. They still do everything a cat does.
And we found that to be true.
Yes.
Our blind cat.
Yes.
I think Sterling and Snicker were the first kitties we ever saw.
Yeah, we saw Mr. Snicker, and then we went in the room, and then we got to meet the other cats and Pixie, and we were sold.
You can't help but love them immediately.
Yeah.
Because they're all so sweet. Like Pixie.
Yes.
I fell in love with Pixie before I ever saw her in person. I saw her online. I love her nose, and I love her white feet, and I love the fact that she's so friendly. All you have to do is sit down, and she will come be in your lap. And that's from visitors to you guys, who work here. As soon as you try and do something, she will come sit in your lap.
But I also think that Pixie knows Catherine's voice, because Catherine can walk in and go, "Pixie girl," and whatever she's doing, Pixie comes right to her.
She's my special pincer. Yep. Well, I think when we came, Pixie was probably still kind of a kitten. I don't think she was a tiny kitten, but she was younger, and she was on the wheel all the time, a lot more frenetic. And as she's gotten older, she's settled down a little bit, but it just gave her more time to be loved on. So to me, that's a nice change for her, because she's just, a lap kitty and always will be.
She'll sit either in her lap or get up on her shoulder and just do cuddle time.
I have lots of Pixie clothes, and I have Pixie pillows at home, and it's kind of ridiculous that I have so much Pixie stuff, but I love her, so it's okay.
I've come in here, I've actually been able to clean the rooms and help, the staff clean, and I'll get done and I'll sit down, and Pixie will come up and get in my lap, and at times I'll have Pixie and Sandy in my lap if I don't have Candy in my lap. But same thing, she'll come up and just sit there and just love on you.
And the other thing that's remarkable about Pixie is, and I think part of it is due to her growing up here in a safe environment where everybody's friendly. She doesn't fear anybody. Like open houses, whoever's here, she'll be happy to sit in your lap and purr. She's just fearless. Had she not been here, she might have been more fearful of people. What kind of life she would have had, I don't even want to imagine. But she's just fearless and full of love, and she's always happy to share that. I think of her as being one of the pioneer BCR cats, because she came relatively early on, and at that time we were just taking blind cats, and the whole point was to say, blind cats can and should be family pets, and Pixie was a prime example of that. She came in here from a high kill shelter where she would surely have been euthanized. Instead, she spent all the years of her life showing people that blind cats are just cats. She's been part of that famous video of the cats bird watching. They're all watching a bird fly around here in a catio, and none of them has eyes, but they were doing it.
They were hearing it.
So to me, I kind of view her as one of our pioneer cats, who really set the tone for kind of what we do and what we're all about, trying to educate people so that more blind cats get a chance like Pixie had. One thing that's interesting is I sing a lot, and I have an iPad that I use for all my music, but my home screen picture is Pixie. Inevitably, when I'm at rehearsal, I'll open up my iPad and someone will go, "Was that your cat?" And I'll go, "Well, no, kinda." And then I get to talk about her and BCR, and it kind of spreads the word a little bit. So Pixie's kind of famous, just for that one picture that's on my iPad. which is kind of amazing to me. I just feel bonded to her all the time. Even when I'm not here, that, I'm connected to her because she's such a soulful kitty. Sponsoring a cat here is so easy. You just go to their page and click on sponsor me, and you kind of, it kind of makes you feel connected to them, even though you're not necessarily here all the time. You get your monthly photos and updates on how they're doing, and you can watch them on the 24-hour cameras.
And as well as when the staff is doing their tours, if I make a comment or somebody else might sit there and go, hey, here's Smudge. Smudge is sponsored by Seth and Catherine. It gives you a great feeling. So the folks that watch the tours and the Zooms know who sponsors who. So
right, and it's just a really nice connection. You just feel connected to BCR and to that cat in particular.
And the thing about sponsoring is it's just so easy. You can pick a cat, or you can just be general donation if your budget is less than sponsoring a cat, which is basically $30 a month. But if your budget's a little bit less, again, you could do $5 a month. All the money goes to all the food, all the care, all the medical, everything here. So
it's nice to see them grow up in this environment where they're so happy and healthy.
And the only thing I would say again is by us adopting Marla, we got an education in blind cats that, again, from Alana's first messages, they're cats. Once they get the lay of the land, it's amazing. And I encourage people to come here to BCR to visit.
And a lot of people that I've run into, when I tell them I work for Blind Cat Rescue, they go, oh, those poor kitties. I feel so sorry for them. And I go, don't.
No.
They're just like your cats. They run, they play, they eat, they poop, they do everything all cats do.
I mean,
just as easily as all cats.
A lot of them came here for very sad conditions, but the happy ending is they're here. They're safe.
People are amazed. And that's the whole point, is we need to get the message out there.
Right.
But these guys are just normal cats. They should not be euthanized.
No. Go to your local animal shelter when you're ready to make a family commitment to bringing an animal in and go. And is there a blind cat, or if you're a dog person or a tripod, or even diabetic?
Yeah.
They're perfect because they'll be your family companion.
That's right.
So whether they have a unique quality or a need, take them in, make them part of your family, because when they are rescued, they know it.
If Pixie ever turns up missing from here, the first call should be to me.
No, I thought.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think normally they do check her bag before we leave.
This time I only brought a computer bag, so I don't think Pixie would fit in there. But I have a coat in the car. I could,